In the Game of Thrones books, lots of characters have secret identities. Like Sansa pretends to be Elaine, Varys pretends to be Rugen, Maynard Plum is actually Bloodraven, who's also the Three-Eyed Crow, Robert Strong is the Mountain, Griff is Joncon, young Griff is Aegon Targaryen, who might actually be a Blackfyre. The list goes on, and one of the coolest of these secret identities is Alleras. Alleras is a student at the Citadel in Old Town, which is like the Westerosi University. He's involved with Sam Tarly, Marwyn the Mage, and Jaqen H'ghar, who seek secrets in the Citadel. Alleras is a minor character, but he's got a secret of his own, because he is actually a she. She's Sorella Sand, a bastard daughter of Oberyn Martell. The most obvious evidence that Alleras is Sorella is that the name Alleras is Sorella backwards. But also, we know that Sorella's father is Oberyn Martell of Dorne, and Sorella's mother is a trader from the Summer Isles. Alleras is the same. His mother is a trader from the Summer Isles, and his father is a Dornishman. Alleras even looks like Oberyn. They both have black eyes and black hair with a widow's peak. At one point, Alleras says, "I am no lord's son," which is true because she's actually a lord's daughter. Alleras is always smiling as if he knows some secret jape, and the evidence shows that his secret is that she is actually Sorella Sand. So, who is Sorella? In the show, Oberyn Martell has 3 daughters, but in the books he has 8, called the Sand Snakes. Sorella is the 4th born, now 19 years old. In Book 4, the 3 eldest Sand Snakes, Obara, Nymeria, and Tyene, want to start a war with the Lannisters to avenge the deaths of Oberyn and Aunt Elia. To prevent this war, their uncle Doran arrests the snakes. Obara, Nym, Tyene, and the young ones are captured, but Doran doesn't arrest Sorella, because Sorella isn't in Dorne, she's in Old Town as Alleras. Doran says unless she returns to Dorne, there's naught I can do about Sorella. Leave her to her game. So, it doesn't sound like Sorella is working with Doran or with the other Sand Snakes. What is her game? What's she doing in Old Town? Sorella loves learning. On a visit to some ruins, Sorella turned over rocks, brushed sand off mosaics, and wanted to know everything there was to know about the people who had lived there. So maybe Sorella came to the Citadel University because she wants to learn stuff. Her father Oberyn did the same thing. But the Citadel doesn't accept women, which must be why Sorella disguises herself as a guy, Alleras. And Alleras does well at the Citadel, earning 3 links of his maester's chain in 1 year, meaning she masters 3 subjects really fast. And she seems to care about the values of the Citadel, telling lazy Leo that he shames the Citadel by being one of them. Also, Nymeria mentions that Sorella loves the city of Old Town. So Sorella is smart, she wants to learn, and she loves the Citadel and Old Town, and that's probably why she's there. But Sorella/Alleras/Sorellaras gets involved in much more than just study. At the start of Book 4, Alleras practices archery with his Golden Heart bow, which connects to his Summer Islander heritage. He talks with his student friends about the rumors of the Dragon Queen, Daenerys, in the east, and this guy Leo reveals that there's a glass candle burning in the chambers of Marwyn the Mage. A glass candle is a candle of obsidian, and for centuries these candles have been impossible to light, but now they burn again, which shows that magic and dragons have returned to the world. Old powers waken, Leo says, shadows stir. And Alleras is really interested in this talk of magic and dragons, so by the end of the book he becomes an ally of the guy with the candle, Marwyn. Marwyn is a rebel professor. He travels to strange distant places, studies with strange people like Qyburn and Mirri Maz Duur, and he writes books about prophecy. He's an expert on magic, but most maesters don't trust magic, so they discredit Marwyn. Marwyn claims there's a conspiracy by the maesters to suppress magic and dragons. Watch this video for more. So Marwyn's a little crazy maybe, but he totally knows things about magic and prophecy. Partly because he has this glass candle. Because glass candles let you see across distances and enter dreams. Marwyn uses his to watch and learn. He sees Sam arrive at the Citadel, so Marwyn gets Alleras to bring Sam to him. And Sam tells them about his experiences at the Wall with White Walkers and Melisandre, and how Maester Aemon thinks Daenerys is Azor Ahai, the hero prophesied to save the world. So Marwyn leaves and heads east to meet Daenerys. This leaves Sam at the Citadel with Alleras, and with a guy called Pate, who is actually the faceless assassin Jaqen H'ghar in disguise. Jaqen is there possibly to steal a book called The Death of Dragons, go watch the Jaqen video. But also, Sam has an old horn, which is probably the Horn of Winter, which can destroy the wall. Also, there are Ironborn raiding around Old Town, and Euron Greyjoys making an eldritch mass blood sacrifice nearby. So there's a lot of intense magic shit converging on Old Town, and Alleras seems connected. Alleras' friends call him the Sphinx, because a Sphinx has the face of a human, body of a lion, and wings of a hawk. It's made up of different parts, just like Alleras is both Dornish and Summer Islander. But the Sphinx might also refer to Alleras' secret identity. There are statues of Sphinxes at the Citadel, one male and one female, which might hint at Ser Alleras' male and female identities. But the Sphinx symbol goes even deeper, because on the way to Old Town, Maester Aemon tells Sam that the Sphinx is the riddle, not the Riddler. Sam wonders if Alleras the Sphinx is the Sphinx Aemon meant. Maybe the idea is that Alleras is not a riddler who'll tell you a riddle. Alleras is the riddle, as in his secret identity as Serella is the riddle. But why would Aemon talk about the secret identity of some minor character he's never met? Aemon mentions the Sphinx along with talk of dreams, glass candles, eggs, and the 3 heads of the dragon, which seems to be the idea that 3 dragon riders will ride Dany's 3 dragons. Alleras also mentions the 3 heads of the dragon, and he is involved with glass candles, so maybe Alleras is connected to this Targaryen dragon stuff. In Book 5, Tyrion finds a Valyrian Sphinx, a dragon queen with the head of a woman and body of a dragon. She seems to be missing her king, a male half-human, half-dragon. If the female dragon Sphinx is Daenerys, the male could be Jon Snow. He's part dragon because he's half Targaryen, and he's probably the rightful king of Westeros, and he could be Dany's future husband, and he could be one of the 3 heads who rides a dragon. Jon might be the Sphinx Aemon meant, and this could link back to Alleras, if Alleras and Sam uncovered Jon's true parentage at the Citadel, like Sam and Gilly do in the show. So, the riddle of the Sphinx is still vague and confusing, but it seems to connect Jon and Dany and the Targaryen dragons with Ser Alleras. What does this mean for her future? It looks like Alleras will be Sam's study buddy at the Citadel. They might learn important secrets about White Walkers or Azor Ahai or Jon's parentage. But with Jaqen H'ghar around, they might also get caught up in his plot to steal that dragon book. Marwyn and Alleras seem to want to support Daenerys, but Alleras could also become Dany's enemy, because in Book 5, Dany rejects a marriage alliance with Dorne, and one of Dany's dragons kills Serella's cousin, Quentyn, so maybe Ser Alleras will use her archery skills to slay a dragon. Jaqen's book, The Death of Dragons, might help. At the same time, Euron brings sorcery and destruction on Old Town. Will Serella fight to protect the city she loves? So, like a Sphinx, Ser Alleras is made of different parts. She's a sand snake, daughter of Oberyn Martell of Dorne, but she's also a Summer Islander with a golden heart bow. She's a student of the Citadel with a love for Old Town and ties to Marwyn, and she also seems connected to the Targaryens, Jon and Dany. This complex combination of conflicting loves and loyalties define the Sphinx as one of the most interesting minor characters in the series. Thank you to the artists who kindly made illustrations for this video. Check out Drafturgy and Mandy Fink, among others linked below. Thanks for watching, and thanks to the patrons, including Horia Bogdan, Maximilian Shute, Jan, Samantha Morris, and Poop King. Cheers.